What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts. We've got more Blazing Vortex news, and apparently wind witches are actually getting developed into a more thorough archetype, a real archetype, not just a package. I think is what they've always really been. This is really cool because they're already a cool package that gets you just like a one card, you know what I mean? Like one card engine that gets you to a boss monster. It just took your normal summon and it had restrictions, but if it fleshes out nicely, we could actually see it be pretty interesting. So I'm really curious to see where this goes. I haven't read any of the cards. It's going to be completely blind, and let's just jump right into it. So starting off here, we have Windwitch Blizzard Bell, which is obviously a wind spellcaster tuner. It's a level 5 tuner with 1800 attack and 1800 defense. So stats are decent. Interesting that it's a tuner. And the second effect is a hard once per turn. If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are wind witch monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Like, if it's special summoned, it'd be way better, in my opinion. The deck already has multiple normal summons that you can go through. Okay, let's see what the second effect is. During your opponent's main phase, if you control a Wind Witch monster other than Blizzard Bell, as a quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to inflict 500 to your opponent. This card's not very good either. So I'm going to say this card's like almost guaranteed a hard pass from me. Although, to be fair, there are wind witches that can just special summon themselves without using your normal summon. And then you could go this, and if it's like, I think it might be the level 3 one. I don't know. Let's just keep going, okay? We've got our other main deck monster, which is Windwitch Freeze Bell. She's cute as hell. A lot of people are going to like her. She's a wind spellcaster effect monster. Level 3 with 1200. Not crazy on the stats, but I don't think that's what we're going to use her for. Let's see. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. First effect says, if all monsters you control are Wind Witch monsters, you have to have a minimum of 1 special summon this card from the hand. That's dope, and I think, you know what? That already makes me like this card more because, boom, normal summon him because you have no monster on the field, special summon her, boom, there's a synchro level 8. Okay, maybe this card is playable. We'll have to see. And then our second effect says once per turn you can increase this card's level by 1. That's also interesting, potentially allowing you to get different types of synchros off. I like that. I like that. It definitely could be part of certain combos or give you potential lines where like, oh, I want to go this route. Oh, I want to go this route. Whatever it is. That could be kind of cool. And the last effect says a wind synchro monster that was summoned using this card as material cannot be destroyed by battle. Yeah, nice little protection thrown at the end. I don't think either this I don't think the third effect is that crazy. The second effect could be important, could be very nice, depending on how combos end up lining up. But the first effect is really big. It's just a nice extender for the deck. I like that a lot. All right, and then we have ourselves what seems to be potentially a new boss monster. This is Windwitch Diamond Bell, a wind spellcaster synchro. Level 8, 2800 attack, 2400 defense. Stats are pretty good. It takes any tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner wind monsters. So the non-tuners have to be wind, but other than that, it is generic. So that's interesting. First effect of this card is a hard once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target 1 Wind Witch monster in your graveyard. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of its attack. Okay, I mean, just on summon, burn your opponent for a little bit. That's not terrible. And then once per turn, if your opponent takes battle damage or effect damage, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. This effect can be used up to twice per turn if this card was synchro summoned using only Wind Witch cards. All right, that's actually more interesting because that effect completely, I don't want to say entirely, but validifies this card. Now, I still stand by the fact that if this effect was a special summon effect, not a normal summon effect, this card would actually be so nice and this would look way better. Because keep in mind, guys, he's a quick effect to just like pitch himself to burn your opponent for 500, which would be burn your opponent for 500 and then pop a card, any card, which is nice. And that can actually be used twice per turn. So that's another interesting thing. If there's another way to send, to burn your opponent, like as a quick effect, boom, get it going. Maybe I don't think Trick Stars really would work with this archetype too well, but I guess it's possible. But okay, interesting card. It does need to work with stuff, but it's not terrible. I don't think it's terrible. It's a nice, interesting boss monster for the archetype, which then takes us to a spell and a trap. All right, the first one is Chime of the Windwitch. This is a normal spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this card except for winds. So again, pretty standard for Windwitches. They like to lock you into winds. Target a Windwitch or monster you control and special summon a Windwitch monster with a different name from your deck in defense position. All right, that's a pretty good extender, honestly. I'm honestly curious, like, I'm really going to be curious after these cards, after like all these cards are out, like the exact kind of plays that Windwitches can make. You know what I mean? Like just pure Windwitches. Because I'll be definitely curious to see what kind of boards they can make. But that's a pretty good extension, I gotta say. Any Windwitch, so you get the new guy out, the level 5. He's a level 5 tuner. Bring her out. She can increase her level by 1. That could matter. Whatever it is, whatever you want. That's actually pretty cool. And then lastly, we have Ice Wind's Refrain. This is a normal trap, so trap trickable, and it can only activate one of its effects. So, and it's a hard once return. So you got to pick one of the 2 effects. Those effects read: target one Windwitch monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. Not bad, just an archetype Call the Haunted, not too terrible. And the second effect says when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your Windwitch monster's effect, you can negate that opponent's effect. Okay, so negate a response to something. So negate an Ash, negate negate any hand trap, because it's any card, it's not even monster. So you could even negate an impermanence, negate a gamma, negate anything. That's actually pretty cool. I like that versatility. Like, you know what? Like, I don't think that's the most obscene negate, because obviously it could just be you control a Windwitch, you can negate any card. It's only stuff that's responding to a Windwitch, but it could also just be a reborn a Windwitch if you want. If you want to use it as an extender, you can, /follow-up play, or you could use it as, the protection, I guess, from being negated yourself or hit with something in response. So that's pretty cool. I think that card's decent. I think both the spell and the trap are decent. I think the boss monster's decent. I think this card's a pretty nice extender. This card's a little awkward, but considering you can just like bring him out off of the trap, and like him plus her is already just like boom, immediately into this card, or actually technically any synchro level 8, so that's kind of cool. I think it's decent. I don't know if it's pushing Windwitch to the next level. It's definitely pushing them to a place where they may be able to function as more of a pure deck than just an engine with 5 new cards. It's pretty nice. I'm curious. I mean, I don't know. I've not experimented with Windwitches too much in myself, but I am curious to see how they all pair together and how they actually function as a whole nowadays, or what if this changes what it wants to pair with, or how good it is when it's paired with stuff. Definitely curious on a lot of that stuff. So, guys, if you know more than me on this, definitely let me know your comments down below on this. Like, am I missing something? Any specific interactions with the already out Windwitch cards and how these cards might interact with those? Are they better than I'm making them seem? Are they worse? I don't know. Fill me in. I'm just going over cards on drop. All right. So let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking on that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, kind of weird that like Blazing Vortex has nothing but wind attribute cards so far. Blazing Vortex, like, it almost seems so clearly like fire, but is it wind? Is this actually a wind set? Because I'm about it. I like wind monsters, and they definitely don't get as much support as they should, but I don't know. We'll have to see as more stuff drops on this set. I'll keep you updated on that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! News videos from me in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.